North Atlantic right whales are approaching extinction. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration found there are fewer than 350 remaining, and 86% of those show scars from fishing gear entanglement. Lobster and crab traps sitting on the bottom of the ocean with their lines held on the surface by a buoy are a big part of the problem. Ashored Innovations is based in Nova Scotia, Canada, and has created a system that can be retrofitted onto existing lobster and crab traps. It is ropeless and poses no danger to right whales. So Aaron, how have you been able to increase fisher productivity at the same time you're protecting marine ecosystems?
First part is really understanding what are the problems, what are the challenges that they've been facing, and then how do we bring technology that so many other industries and sectors have benefited from, what can we use of those tools and apply into the fisheries and do it in a way that is both improving the efficiency and effectiveness of the fishery, but also doing it in a way that is safe for the environment. It helps the environment as well.
How does the technology work in terms of the holistic system?
What we've done is basically looked at and said, well, what if we got the ropes out of the way? I mean, we only really need the ropes in the water when they want to haul up the traps for the catch. So if we could contain the ropes out of the harm's way down on the ocean floor, then it would be safe for the marine life to be able to pass. And it also has a secondary benefit in that by doing this, it removes a lot of the conditions that lead to trap damage or lost gear and ghost fishing as well. The way that it works is we have a stainless steel cage down on the ocean floor that holds all the rope and the buoys. It has a release into it as well, and a microphone. Basically, it's something that can listen for it. So when the vessel is coming back to retrieve their catch, they can send a remote signal down to this device, lets the device know that they're present, activates the release, and allows the buoys to float up to the surface. It pulls the line up with it exactly, then they just run it through their normal process.
So for existing fishers, they've obviously invested a lot in their equipment. There's a retrofit opportunity, as I understand it.
We don't require a different type of rope, different type of traps or anything. This is something that gets added on. The fishermen around here wear these thick blue gloves. And if you're fishing and you got frozen fingers and frozen toes and 10-foot seas, your manual dexterity, for fine motor skills is not there. And so, but that's the use case. That's where it has to work. And so everything we do in our design and our engineering is done with that in mind.
From where we are today, it would seem that Ashored Innovations application should be used around the world as quickly as possible. How do you get from where you are today, a Canadian-based company, to a global company?
Counterintuitive to the way that you would want to normally grow and scale a business, because countries around the world are struggling with the issues of whale entanglements, marine debris, ghost fishing, all these challenges.
This is a worldwide problem.
It is a worldwide problem, and a lot of these different jurisdictions are kind of arriving at the realization that a solution is needed right away and are working through those steps. So,
but they are regulated industries also.
They are regulated industries as well. So we do have to work not just with the fishermen, but with the regulatory bodies and that as well. It is a challenge because we need to be speaking to the people in Europe as much as we're in New Zealand and working with the groups here in Canada and the United States as well, so that we are staying in step with where the industry and where those regulatory bodies are.
And from what you have out in the ocean today, the pilots that you're running, are there any statistics you can share on the success rates?
At a high level, this rope on command system, what we call it, it's the only real way that works as a preventative tool.
Right.
There's lots of other ways that we can mitigate the risk or decrease the damage that is done to the animals.
But this is getting the line right out of the way.
Right out of the way for the amount of time that it will be in the water column, and having the boat right there. The risk of an entanglement is very minimal.